Makes it a little bit closer. RBI single to left, scoring Kurt Manwaring. Giants down by only a run at 4-3. Bottom of the fifth. 4-3 Reds. Ron Gant sends it high and deep, and aloha means goodbye. NL leading 19th homer, 5-3 Cincy. Terry Mulholland struggling. Things close again, though, in the bottom of the seventh. 7-6 Reds. Jose Bautista working to Damon Berryhill. And this is a pinch hit, 3-run homer to put this one out of reach as the Reds pull away 10-6. Benito Santiago, remember him? He came off the DL, delivering 3 hits and 2 ribbies for the Reds. Terry Mulholland, who's also coming back from the disabled list, not enjoying his return as much, losing. Comes. There it goes. Tim Wallach with a home run, 2-0. His 4th of the year. Merker's not happy, but in the bottom of the second, Dave Justice gets one back, smoking it to right off of Ishmael Valdez, his 9th of the year. LA lead cut to 2-1. Bottom of the 4th. Little D. Eric Karros with a nice grab on the Chipper Jones liner, tags the bag, double play. Merker settling down, strike 3, Delino to Shields. Merker 7 Ks. In the 7th, mistake. Valdez had an 0-2 count on Ryan Klesko, who goes the other way for the home run. We are tied at 2 in the 8th. 1 out, runner at third. Braves intentionally walk Mike Piazza to get to Eric Karros. Brad Klontz gets him on the slider, so it stays tied at 2. Bottom 8, 2 on, 1 out. Jeff Blauser. This is a little blooper. Shallow center field. Jose Offerman cannot get there. Dwight Smith around to score. That is the game winner. 3-2 Braves. They have now won 4 in a row, moving into a tie for first place in the East. Mark Wohlers, who has truly emerged as the Braves closer this season, worked a perfect 9th for his 7th save. Astros and Rockies hauling out more heavy lumber. Happy 4th to you. Bombs away. Craig Biggio with the bomb off of Marvin Freeman, his 8th of the year. And Dante Bichette with a 2-run shot off of Mike Hampton. Bichette with 2 homers, 11 and 12 for him. Rockies up 2-1. To the 6th, bases loaded. Jeff Bagwell at the plate against Omar Olivares. Last year's MVP comes through with a base hit, scores 2 runs. Astros up 6-4. And more runs in the 7th. Biggio striking again, this time off of Roger Bailey, 2nd homer of the night, as Biggio and the Astros put up some big numbers again. 16-8. Jeff Bagwell driving in 5. Biggio 2 homers, a club record 5 runs scored. The Astros.
Of the nightmare would be Terry Burrows. Carlos Baerga leading off the 4th. Oh, that's homer. And that is a homer. Rangers up 4-1, same inning, 2 on. Jim Thome, 3-run blast, his 17th. Homer is back, and he would be back again. Ruben Amaro, straightaway center, 3rd home run of the inning. I believe that qualifies as a nightmare. We go to top of 8, 6-5 Indians. Mark McLemore. Doubles off of Eric Plunk, who would seem to be aptly named down the line. Eric Fox, Rusty Greer score. That gives the Rangers a 7-6 lead. Bottom of 8, pinch hitter is Wayne Kirby. The dribbler, McDowell to Paliarulo, can't hang on. And then Pags gets hit by Kirby. He would have to leave the game with an arm problem. Bottom of 9 now, Baerga on. Albert Bell, ding, ding. Or is it? Otis Nixon settling under, and that was kind of a bit of a fake out. Rangers hang on to win it 7-6. This the first time all year the Indians have lost a 1-run game at home. Baerga, Thome, and Amaro all homered, thus making the Indians the first team in the league to reach 100 home runs. Last place Mariners in Motown. Not that Bobby Higginson is fast, but he is big. Barrels into Felix Fermin, breaks up the double play, and breaks up Felix Fermin. Bruised left knee. He will be evaluated on Wednesday. 6-all game in the 6th. John Dougherty pitching, Joey Cora hitting, and this will be a base knock through the hole opposite way. Alex Diaz scores, 7-6 Mariners. Bobby Ayala comes on to close it down, and all he does is open it up. Chad Curtis dials 9, perhaps 8 on your phone system for long distance, upper deck shot, and then the Lord said, let there be rain. It did for about 40 minutes. When it stopped, John Flaherty delivers the single to left. Joe Hall is on his horse trying to score. The throw from Darren Braggs is not in time, a little bit wide, and Detroit wins a wild one in Motown, 9-8 the final. They are now 33-32 on the year, over 500 for the first time since opening day. Former replacement player Mike Christopher gets the win in his season.
immediately. Bases loaded in the first. Darren Dalton at the plate, and he gets smoked. Phillies got only 4 hits off Eriks, who had some D working behind him. Kevin Stocker lines to right. Orlando Merced coming on, makes the shoe top grab. Eriks 7 shutout innings. Finesse for Jim Eisenreich. And then Paul Quantrill goes down swinging. Bottom of the 7th, 4-zip Pirates. Jacob Brumfield slaps a single up the middle. Here comes Merced, who would cross the plate 3 times in this one. Pirates win 7-zip. Eriks 7 shutout innings, his first big league victory. The Phils have dropped 4 straight and 7 of 8, said the skipper Jim Fregosi. If you rested all the players who weren't hitting well, the Phils wouldn't have a lineup. Padres and Marlins in Miami. Mark Gardner in slow motion pitching. Melvin Nieves, the shot to the hole. Greg Colburn dives for the stop, and then the toss to Gardner, alertly covering at first base for the out. In the 6th, tied at 1. Jeff Conine on base. Terry Pendleton. Here it comes. There it goes off of Andy Ashby. 2-run shot. Pendleton does it again as the Marlins go on to win 6-4. Pendleton, the hero for the...
Mariano Rivera, coming up from Columbus to get the start against the White Sox, had a 10.2 ERA coming in. It's on its way down. John Kruk gets nothing. Warren Newson gets the same. Buck Showalter tells young Rivera, you've done a good job. Now watch the offense support you. Top of 4, scoreless. Paul O'Neill gives that very support, taking Alex Fernandez deep to right. Solo shot, 1-0 Bombers. Then in the 7th, Bernie Williams cranks the shot to left. Lance Johnson appears to have a beat, but he jumps just a little bit too early, and here comes Bernie, the former track star, coming into third safely. Looks like a good slide. Take another look. Gets a little mud in the mug. That is giving one up for the team. But the story of this day, the AAA pitcher Rivera gets Newson again, then Ray Durham with the high heat, and then Ron Karkovice tries to catch up with that, and he does not. Strikes out the side, does Rivera. And the Yankees, with a pleasant surprise, win it 4-1. Rivera recalled from AAA just before the game. He struck out 11 through 8 shutout innings, having gone just 5 1/3 in his longest previous start. The Yanks will now go to the well again. They'll recall Brian Boehringer for the start on Wednesday. Red Sox looking for 3 straight against the Royals. No, Jose Canseco did not hurt himself doing that, fortunately, though Gary Gaetti did hurt Tim Wakefield with this, his 17th home run of the year. And low, we are tied at 1. 3-1, Sox would lead in the 8th. Would the push-ups pay off for Jose with 2 men on? Taking on Mark Gubiza and his hair, and he takes them both deep for his 4th of the year. Just clears the fence. 6-1 Sox. Bottom of 9. Stan Belinda on to close it out, facing Tom Goodwin, and he induces Tom to pop up the other way to third base. The game is over, and wait a minute, it is not over just yet. John Valentin no good. Bases are now loaded. 6-4 Sox, 2 outs. Belinda, the wild pitch. Chris Steins comes on, and what appeared to be a win is now fading away. Can Belinda clamp down and close the door against Gaetti? This time the high heat produces, and indeed Stan does. Sox win at 6-5. Lee Tinsley had 3 hits and stole a base twice. Tim Wakefield, Mark McGuire performing win prevention. Launches the 3-2 pitch deep and gone in left center. Number 23, that ties him for the league lead with Mo Vaughn. Brewers up 3-2 in the 8th. Man on, 2 out. This time McGuire gets plunked on the arm. They'd rather pitch to Terry Steinbach. Would that be a good decision? He is up next, and he makes it a bad decision with 2 men aboard. That would, 3-run shot, and that would win it. A's take it 5-3. Oakland has now outscored its opponents 99-34 in the 8th and 9th inning. Dennis Eckersley makes his 500th Oakland appearance. He picks up save number 18. Mark McGuire.
Listening the Cubs. Brett Saberhagen going for his 5th straight win. No chance. Brian McRae with a shot that is gone. 6th of the year. Cubs up 1-0. Kevin Foster had it going. Ryan Thompson gets a taste of smoke. And in the 4th, Foster frozen at the plate. Foster getting some help from some D. Tim Bogart drive to right center. Brian McRae. Oh, that is sweet. Cubs win it 3-zip. Foster 8 scoreless innings. Manager Jim Riggleman said, this is the best I've ever seen him. McRae, big night, double, triple, and a home run. Expos and Cards in St. Louis. Rough day for Ken Hill and the Cardinals. Bottom of the 6th, Moises Alou on second. Rondell White, grounder. Whoops. Scott Cooper lets it get away, scoring Alou. 4-0 Expos. Cards just have an awful season. White steals third. Scott Heeman overthrows. 5-0 Expos. Pedro Martinez in control. Swing and a miss. Geronimo Pena. Complete game shutout. We want to be alone. 5-0 the final. Pedro Martinez 4-hit shutout. Scott Erickson in trouble early. 2 men on in the second. Chris Hoyle's grounder. Scott Leyes. Great play starting the 5-4-3 double play. That ends the inning. Kirby Puckett, perennial all-star, starting his first game in center since October of '93, and it shows. Harold Baines, long fly, and, oh, brother Kirby. Cal Ripken scores. Still, it was 3-1 Twins. Kirby, a chance at redemption in the fifth. Leo Gomez liner, and Kirby runs it down. Twins go on to win it by a final of 6-3. Scott Erickson goes 8.